Thank you so much for joining us today at Everyday Yoga. My name is Christine. My pronouns are she and her. Wait a minute, Chris just walked home and Princess started screaming. Babe, I'm just starting my class, okay?
Oh, okay.
Love you. Can you,
I'll take her out now so she'll stop.
thanks. I just figured it would be a little off-putting right at the beginning of the video. I love you.
I love you.
Here we go again. Thank you so much for joining me today at Everyday Yoga. This is a live recording of a class over Zoom. My name is Christine. My pronouns are she and her. And we are filming today from the ancestral lands of the Kalyapuya people. And I hope I'm saying that right. And if I'm not, someone please let me know because I am always open to learn. So today we are going to do a restorative practice. If you have blocks, bolsters, pillows, blankets, towels, you could fold up, roll up, stack up. That would definitely support your practice today. For right now, let's take a bolster or a couple of pillows if you have them, or let's try something with the blocks. I've got my blocks set up so that there's a high one for my head and a lower one for my shoulders. You might find that coming down to the shortest setting and the medium setting might work best for you. You might find the medium setting and the tall setting works best for you. But just go ahead and turn so that your low back is lined up to kind of drape yourself across the blocks. And again, if you don't have blocks, just use a bolster or a couple of pillows or some folded up blankets to make a flat surface that's still a little bit elevated so we can open up the front of the body. So kind of hold the block here if you're using one, maybe right about where a bra strap would be, the bottom of the shoulder blades. And then take the other block and place it at the base of the skull. Then allow the arms to just open up, palms shining towards the sky. And then maybe your legs might be out long, or you might want to bend the knees and bring them in towards one another to support each other. Or you might want to bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to open to either side so that you're in a reclined Baddha Konasana butterfly pose. And just allow the body to be open and soft here. We are going to counteract all of the sitting and hunching forward that most of us in our culture do in our daily lives as we work and play and create. And so we tend to droop the head forward and hunch the shoulders, find a little discomfort maybe in the low back. And just taking this really passive, open position can help begin to counteract all of that. And so just scan the body and notice where you might be holding tension. And see if those places you can imagine you've got a balloon that you can inflate with your inhale. And as you exhale, just let those areas soften and release, and relax. And we'll just be here for 5 more breaths. Invite yourself to take nice, slow, balanced breaths, making your exhales as long as your inhales. Letting the collarbones kind of slide away from one another as the shoulders get heavy and the fingers relax, relaxing the jaw. And when you're ready to come out, go ahead and bring the soles of the feet to the earth and the knees point up to the sky, and just roll to one side or the other to come off your blocks. And then we'll set those aside for now. And we'll come right with the back to the floor and bring the knees up to hug into the chest. And we'll just rock gently from side to side here. And then cup those knees in your palms, and as you inhale, straighten the elbows, let the knees come away from the heart. And as you exhale, draw the knees in towards the heart, bending your elbows. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw inward. Let's inhale to expand, and then take the knees out wide. And as you exhale, bring the knees up towards the armpits and back into center. Inhale, straightening the arms and taking the knees out to either side. Exhale, knees towards armpits and back to center. So we're making circles with the knees in opposite directions, kind of mirror images of one another. Around and around. And then we'll reverse the circles when it makes sense to you. Exhaling as you draw the knees in and up. Inhaling as you allow the knees to come out and down. And just notice how this feels on the low back, maybe the mid back, maybe in the hips. The next time we bring the knees in towards the chest, let's go ahead and just hug them inward here. And then let's place that left foot down on the earth, and we'll hug that right knee in towards the heart. Maybe point and flex the right foot. Rotate the ankle in one direction and then the other. And then we'll go ahead and straighten that left leg, sending the leg out long and pulling the right knee in towards the heart as you press into that flexed left foot. Really making space here across the front of the left hip flexor. Take a nice big inhale here. And as you exhale, let's draw that left knee back in towards the heart. Set the right foot down, hug the left knee inward. Point and flex the foot. Rotate the ankle. And then reverse your circles. And then we'll send the right heel out nice and long. Really drawing the left knee in, pressing the right foot out, finding length in the right hip flexor. And then we'll go ahead and bring the sole of the foot back to the earth and bring both knees into the heart and rock gently from side to side. And then let's just set that right foot down once again and bring the left ankle to the top of the right thigh. Maybe press that left thigh away from you here, making some space. And if you want to get a little deeper into the right hip, you can pick up the right foot and hug those knees in, threading your fingers or interlacing the fingers behind the right thigh as you thread that left hand in the space between the legs. And you can flex that left foot if you're feeling any tension in the left knee. That'll engage the ligaments to support the knee. But if that's not a problem, you can just let those feet be nice and soft and just relax here. And then again, as you inhale, you can gently press the right thigh into your interlaced fingers. And as you exhale, you can draw the knees in towards the heart. Make sure you've got that chin tucked to keep the neck nice and long and the shoulders are relaxed. Or you could just find stillness here. And let's go ahead and keep the legs where they are. Release the hands and take the arms out wide into a T, palms up or down. We'll inhale here, and as we exhale, let's take that left foot over towards the right, finding a nice twist. And maybe look back over that left shoulder, across the left palm. You might take your right hand and pull that left knee in towards the heart. Or you might decide to press the left knee away, creating more space. Whatever feels good to you here, you might kind of take a little dynamic movement or just find some softness here. So just, what is that? Those choose your own adventure books. Just choose what serves your body. All bodies being different. We'll just take a couple more breaths here, noticing where we can soften. Using the breath to tap into the parasympathetic nervous system, getting ourselves out of the stress response into the restore response. Go ahead and pick up that right foot and set it on, or pick up the left foot and set it on top of the right. We're going to stack the knees, stack the hips, stack the ankles. Inhale here, and then take an exhale to really draw that core in. And then we'll inhale with the strength of the core, the knees back up to the sky. Hug them in, invite the nose towards the knees to realign everything. And then we'll set the left foot down, bringing the right ankle to the top of the left thigh and maybe pressing that right thigh away. You might decide to just stay here, or you might want to pick up that left foot and interlace the fingers behind the left thigh, maybe changing up your clasp, bringing the opposite index finger on top. And you can rock a little from side to side here, or you might just find some nice soft stillness. Again, be mindful of that right knee here. Flexing the right foot if there's any tightness or pinching sensation in that right knee. We can move dynamically with the breath here, inhaling to press the left thigh into your hands and exhaling to draw it inward. Inhaling to press, exhale to draw inward. Once again. And then we'll release the hands, leave the legs where they are, spread the arms out wide, and bring the right foot down to the earth, looking back over that right palm to find your twist. Just allowing the legs to be nice and soft here for a moment, settle in, and then maybe find a little gentle encouragement with that left hand to draw the knee inward or press the knee outward. Not actively looking for an adjustment here, but if one happens, you feel a pop and it feels good as long as it doesn't hurt, awesome. And then we'll restack the legs once again. Take a full breath here to engage that core, and then inhale the knees back up high to the sky. Exhale to draw the knees in towards the nose. Give yourself a little hug. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. And then we can flip over to the belly or rock up and down the spine, whatever serves you today. And we're going to come right on over into our child's pose. If you want more of a stretch in the low back, keep the legs parallel. If you want more of a stretch in the hips, you can take the knees out wide, big toes together, whatever serves your body today. Tops of the feet are on the earth, and we're just going to walk those hands forward. Bring the forehead down to a block or to the mat. Maybe rock a bit from side to side to allow the belly a place to be comfortable. And just let those shoulders be heavy. You might make some little circles with the forehead on the mat in one direction and then the other, or nod the head up and down or from side to side, rubbing out any tension there. And maybe stimulating that third eye, that center of intuition and being in touch with your inner being. And this is also a place of surrender. Not surrender as in give up or give in, but to surrender to the present moment. To surrender to how things are. A lot of our own suffering we create with our minds because we're so upset at what is, you know. What's that serenity prayer? God grant me the strength to change the things I can, the courage. No, I forget. Courage to change things, strength to put up with them, and the wisdom to know the difference. I'm not sure. I'm sure somebody could let me know in the comments. But it's that place of just, this is what it is. And maybe I can't change it. And instead of torturing myself with how it should be, and just surrender to how it is. And just let go of the need to make it any different. And let's go ahead and walk our hands over to the right side of the mat. Maybe bring the left hand to the back of the right. Get a nice stretch in the left side body here. Just breathe into the left armpit, the left ribs, the left lung. Imagine expanding that left lung. And then we'll walk the hands through center and bring them over to the left side of the mat, releasing the forehead to bicep or mat or block. And stretch into the right side of the body. Breathe into that right lung. And then we'll go ahead and inhale back to center. And let's exhale to curl up into your hero's pose. Sitting on your heels here. Let's inhale the arms up towards the sky. And as we exhale, let's draw the hands behind us. Interlace the fingers back behind the back. And we'll draw those knuckles down to the earth. Lift the heart. Maybe lift the chin if that's okay on the back of the neck and open up the throat. Counteracting all that bending forward and hunching that we do. And if you want to take into account the yogic philosophy of the throat chakra, allowing your authentic self to shine free, stimulating your communication center. One more inhale here, and we'll exhale, bending forward, lifting the hips, lifting the hands as much as the shoulders like it, and bring the crown of the head to the earth. Hands up towards the sky if that serves you, or resting on your low back. Stimulating the throat chakra in the completely opposite way here. Maybe breathing that yogic ujjayi breath in the throat, finding that inner Darth Vader, that inner ocean breath. Let's inhale to bring the hips back down to the heels. And exhale to release. Let's inhale, arms up to the sky, coming up into high kneeling. Exhale, hands behind you, interlacing the fingers again, switching up whichever fingers on top. So probably your non-dominant index fingers on top now. And again, let's lift the heart, draw the knuckles down towards the earth, maybe bring the palms together. Maybe open up into a gentle back bend, maybe bring the head back, opening up the throat. One more inhale here, and we'll exhale once again to fold forward, bringing the crown of the head to the earth and lifting the knuckles up towards the sky. And as you find this counter pose here, bringing the crown of the head to the earth. In yogic traditions, the crown of the head is the crown chakra, connecting you to the universe, to whatever spiritual practice you may have, to your higher being, maybe to God or to the goddess. Or maybe just a connection, a sense of connection to everyone around you, to nature. If that doesn't resonate with you, it also can help to relieve pressure in the head and help relieve headaches. Bring blood back to the brain. One more inhale here, and we'll exhale, releasing the hips down to the heels once again. And then we'll bring the feet out straight in front of us, bringing your legs to one side or the other, or crossing them behind you and rolling over them. And we'll send them out nice and long. Oh, damn, I need to shave my legs. I'm glad you can't see that on camera. And we'll find our Paschimotto Asana, this forward fold, seated forward fold, toes pointed up towards the sky. You might want to bend the knees a little bit here, or maybe bring a small bolster or blocks under the knees. We'll inhale the arms up to the sky and exhale to hinge forward at the hips, leading with the heart, maybe finding your victorious arms here, sort of rotating those pinkies in towards one another. Take another inhale here, and we'll exhale just to release the hands down to wherever they naturally fall. Tuck the chin. Allow the belly to rest on the thighs here. One more inhale here. Stay for the exhale. And then we'll inhale back up to a nice tall seat. Let's bring the feet out as wide as the mat, bending the knees, sitting up here. We'll bring the hands behind us, and we'll just windshield wiper the knees a little bit from side to side. And then we'll take the knees all the way over to the right, pick up the left hand, and make a gentle twist from the waist, so that now your body, your upper body, is facing the earth. Palms are on the mat, and you've got a gentle twist here. You're kind of almost in a tabletop position with the upper body while the legs are twisted over to the right. Breathe here into the ribs, into the hips. Notice what you notice. Next time you inhale, we'll lift that left hand, lift the right, bring the knees back to center. We'll take the knees to the left and turn the body, picking up that right hand to come into the opposite side. Finding a gentle twist here. Breathing wherever you feel tight or tense. Softening wherever you can, softening the feet, softening the shoulders away from the ears. We'll inhale to come back around to center. And if you have a bolster or blankets or pillows that you want to use at this point, go ahead and grab that. We're going to come exactly where we were before with the bolster or pillows or whatever you have handy behind you. We'll take those knees over to the right once again, and this time, instead of holding ourselves up here, we're going to lay the upper body across the bolster, rest the right temple, right cheek down, adjust where you need to, and let the arms just be soft and come down to either side of the bolster. A nice restorative pose. This bolster is probably a little bit too thick. I bought a thinner one, but it's a little too thin. Now I have to get another one. Yoga props. There's so many fun ones out there, but this will do. So just allow yourself to be soft, to breathe, to let go, to not do anything, to give yourself permission to be here, knowing that this is taking good care of your body. I was just telling my daughter that I watched a webinar where they said that up to 50% of the pain that we feel in our body can be due to a dysregulated nervous system. It's being in a state of stress or fight or flight or freeze so long that your body is tense, and that causes inflammation in the body. And as we all know, inflammation is the root cause of so many chronic diseases. So if we can get a handle on that inflammation, we can begin to soften that and recruit that sympathetic nervous system to heal and restore, bring ourselves back to homeostasis. 3 more breaths wherever you are, knowing that you are doing a very good thing for yourself and your body, physically, mentally, emotionally. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead and press up into a tall seat. We'll bring the knees and the torso back to center, and then we'll bring the knees over to the left. Twist the upper body around so that you can lay the left side of the body, the left temple, the left cheek down onto the mat or onto your support. And just soften, let go. Adjust until you feel supported and a place where you can just relax. You don't have to hold yourself up. And just breathe. Find your balanced breath here. Keeping your exhales as long as your inhales, or maybe even a little longer. Lengthening that exhale recruits the nervous system even more. That restorative part of our nervous system. Soften, relax. 3 more breaths here. Take a scan of the body, softening the shoulders, softening the muscles of the face, relaxing the feet and legs. And when you're ready, go ahead and inhale to press up off your support. Move it aside. And we'll come all the way to tabletop. Let's take those knees out nice and wide here, big toes together. Bring that right hand underneath the gaze, and we'll pull back our bow, drawing the fingertips along the inside of the right arm, across the shoulders, across the collarbones, reaching those left fingertips up towards the sky for an inhale. And then we'll exhale to bring that left arm behind the right, bringing the cheek and the temple down to the earth, threading the needle here. And relaxing into that left shoulder. The right arm can be out nice and long, or you can just let the forearm relax down to the earth, or you can anchor the right forearm across the left. If you want to go deeper, you might press the heel of the right hand into the left and draw that right shoulder away. Kind of pinching those shoulder blades in towards one another. One more full breath here. And then we'll release, come back to tabletop in the upper body, keeping the legs where they are. We'll plant the left hand under the gaze and draw the right fingertips up the left arm across the collarbones and the shoulders. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky for an inhale, and exhale, threading the needle, bringing that right shoulder down to the earth, finding length in the left side body here, and then just finding a place where you can find ease and softness for a moment before you go any deeper. And then when you're ready, maybe going deeper by pressing hand to hand, drawing the left shoulder away from the earth. 2 breaths into the shoulders here. And then we'll inhale back into tabletop. And we'll bring the forearms down to the mat. Stretch the legs out nice and long. You might take a quick forearm plank here before you bring the hips and the tops of the feet and the knees down to the earth. Coming into your Sphinx pose here. Just kind of wiggle the hips a little bit from side to side. Tuck the chin, press into the elbows. You can have the feet nice and together here. You could take them out as wide as the mat if it's a little pinchy on the low back. And we'll just drop the chin to the chest. And we'll bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. Chin down to chest. Left ear, left shoulder. Chin to chest. Maybe take a few more neck rolls here, maybe stopping anywhere that's calling for your attention. And then we'll go ahead and spin the elbows out, stack your hands one on top of the other, and bring your forehead or your left temple to the top of the hands. We're going to take prone Shavasana here. You might want to have a blanket underneath the ribs, or maybe a small pillow to make a nice cushion for the rib cage or make space for the breasts. If this isn't comfortable though, you can just switch over to your back. see if you can find some softness and some stillness here as we experience gravity in a different way than usual. As you breathe, notice how the belly presses into the earth. Imagine gravity just blanketing your back body. You've got your forehead resting on your hands. You're kind of in this dark little space here. If you've got a cheek resting to your hands, go ahead and switch to the opposite side. And just allow the body to be heavy. And then let's go ahead and bring the head back to face the mat. Bring the hands alongside the ribs here, tucking the shoulders down the back and drawing the elbows in towards the body. And we'll just lift up into a nice, gentle baby cobra here. Let's get in a little bit more back bending before we end our practice today. So let's extend those arms alongside the body. You can bring the forehead down to the earth, palms up towards the sky. And as we inhale, we're just going to lift the head and the shoulders, getting a gentle back bend in the upper part of the back. So we'll inhale to lift, drawing the heart forward, and exhale to lower. This time we'll inhale, lifting just the arms. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lifting the legs. Exhale to lower. This time, let's inhale, head, shoulders, and arms, locust pose. Exhale to lower. And this time, we'll lift everything. Head, shoulders, hands, legs, full locust pose here. Building the strength in our backs. Counteracting all the forward bending we do with this gentle strength building back bend. One more full breath here and we'll exhale to release. This time we can bring the left temple to the earth and just relax for a moment. Maybe shake the hips a little from side to side. And then we'll bring the forehead back to the earth. We can find any variation of locust pose there or full locust, or you might want to go bow pose. Bend the knees, reach back for the feet or the ankles, and inhale to press them into the hands, lifting the head, lifting the shoulders, lifting the heart. Take 2 full breaths, whatever variation you're in. Exhale to release and turn the head to the right or to the left so you're on the right temple, opposite side from whatever you did last time. And maybe shake the hips a little side to side. One more inhale here. And we'll exhale to simply flip on over like a pancake. Coming to your back. Let's stretch everything out nice and long for a big, good morning stretch, wiggling toes, wiggling fingers. And then let's make a big X shape with the body, bringing the hands and the feet to the corners of the mat. And then let's keep the left hand and the left foot where it is and draw the right hand and right foot over to meet the left. You can stay right here, or you might hold onto the right wrist with the left fingers and cross the left ankle with the right. Coming into a crescent moon shape or banana asana. Breathe into the right side body. Breathe to make space, to calm the nervous system. Next time you inhale, we'll come back to center, stretching everything out nice and long in your good morning stretch. And then we'll take the body out in an X shape and draw the left foot and the left hand over towards the right. Maybe holding that left wrist with the right fingers, maybe crossing the right ankle with the left one, and breathing into the left side body. One more full breath there. And then we'll inhale everything out long again, and then we'll find our final Shavasana. For Shavasana today, you can take whatever floats your boat, but I encourage you to grab your 2 blocks if you have them, or some folded up pillows or blankets where you can just rest the calves on the blocks, elevating the feet. And then just come on back to your back body. So the blocks are below the backs of the knees, the calves are resting on the blocks, the lower legs are elevated, allowing the blood flow to come back towards the heart and the brain. And we can open up the arms to the sky, palms shining upward. And we'll just come into this final resting pose. Shavasana, corpse pose. Deceptively effortless looking, but sometimes can be the most difficult one to be in our action-oriented world. But again, allow yourself permission to stay here, to nurture your nervous system, to support your nervous system, to be a partner with your body, your mind, your nervous system, of course. And just soften. Allow the body to be heavy, surrendering yourself to gravity, to what is. Scan the body and notice any areas where you might be holding tension, maybe the fingers, maybe the shoulders, maybe the feet, maybe the thighs, jaw, forehead. Wherever you might be feeling tension, or you might be gripping, or noticing your muscles are engaged, just let them go. We'll just find 5 quiet breaths here, focusing on the sensations in the body and the breath. Letting go of any other thoughts for now. They'll come back later. Just be here. And then begin to just bring a little gentle movement, maybe wiggling toes and fingers, maybe making some figure eights here with the ankles as they're elevated. Maybe some figure eights with the wrists. And then we'll bend one knee and then the other and just bring them to the edge of the block here or your bolster and just windshield wiper those knees gently from side to side, getting a little bonus massage across the toe or across the bottom of the foot, wherever you're rocking them, maybe on your toes, maybe on the balls of the feet. And then just push those away so that you can stretch everything out nice and long once again. And then rock and roll to a seat or roll to whatever side serves you best and push yourself back up to Dandasana, staff pose. Nice balanced way to end the practice here today. Let's just take a moment here in April of 2022 to acknowledge all that is. There's people in Ukraine suffering right now, people still suffering with the pandemic, racism and divisiveness, political stuff, all of that going on. In yoga, we have a tradition of chanting, and one of the chants is the Shanti Mantra. Shanti means peace in Sanskrit. And whether you're a praying person or a person who believes in vibration, if nothing else, we can all send the wish and bring that energy that all beings everywhere experience peace and happiness. So if you like, you can chant the Shanti Mantra with me 3 times, coming into whatever seat is comfortable for you, finding a nice even balance in your sit bones, sitting up nice and tall in the spine and bringing the palms together at the heart. Shanti Mantra goes, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. We'll chant that 3 times, taking an inhale to prepare. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may my thoughts, words, deeds, and actions contribute to that in some way. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste.